Unfiltered Rides, and I'm Eric.
And I'm Ben.
And today I am in the Corvette ZL500. You probably never heard of it before. It was a special package released by SLP, the same guys who brought you the Super Sport Camaro. And it's supposed to bring you 500 horsepower out of the base C6 Corvette's LS2 engine. So today we're going to test it out, see how it does. And as far as I know, we're the only people who have actually tested out the ZL500. This model does just have the standard package, but the only difference is this one actually has a cam. And so far, we've been hitting a lot of curves, and this thing handles great. It doesn't actually have the Z51 suspension or anything like that on it. It actually just has the soft ride suspension. But the way it handles, you wouldn't know it. The car is automatic, but it has paddle shifts. That's the upshifter. And the downshifter is actually in the back, so slap the back shift, you go down one gear, then up, you're up one gear. Now we're going to do 0 to 60. Now as far as I can tell, SLP never actually put out a 0 to 60 for the ZL500. So I'll put together a list of other C6 Corvettes 0 to 60 time. Now the LS2 did 4.3, the Grand Sport LS3 did 4.1, C6 ZL6 did 3.6, the C6 ZR1 did 3.4 seconds. The ZL500 actually has an advantage over the Z06 and ZR1 though. It's an automatic transmission with 259 gears. Now generally 259 gears wouldn't be that good of a thing, but in this case it's going to help it get off the line a whole lot easier, considering that it's on street tires. Now if this car had a stall, some slicks, then more aggressive gears would help a whole lot, but this car has neither of those. And as you can see, it takes off pretty easily, not very much tire slippage. But if you notice, that just changed gears at about 6,100 RPMs, and the red line is 6,500. So we're going to do another run in regular drive mode and see if that does any better. Okay, that was definitely a little bit better. That one got up to about 6,400 RPMs. I believe the 0 to 60 time was a little bit better. We'll check that out later. Now, what we were hoping for out of these 0 to 60s was to beat the Z06 and the ZR1 time, which I know the ZR1 time seems a little out there, but because it's got so much power, it doesn't get anywhere near what it's capable of if it had an automatic transmission or slicks. As a matter of fact, the base model C8 Corvette with almost 150 less horsepower and being heavier gets 0 to 60 0.6 seconds faster than the much more powerful ZR1. Now even though the ZL500 does weigh less and has more horsepower, especially including the cam, than a base model C8, I do not expect it to get as quick of a 0 to 60. But I hope it does beat the ZR1. But don't get me wrong, overall a C6 ZR1 is a much faster car. Now we're going to check out the interior, but first, check out this custom speaker box. This actually won the car first place in a small car show because the guy loved the speakers so much. Alright, here's the interior, pretty much just your basic LS2 Corvette interior. Well, it's almost dark. Let's heat up these tires and go do some donuts. We came across this bolt-on Mustang GT that wanted to race, and normally I wouldn't even waste my time, but you know what, I gave him the jump and just figured, screw it, let's do it. So I ran into my buddy Chase, and he wanted to take me for a ride in his nitrous Mustang GT, and afterwards he said he wanted to see the difference in it and the ZL500 to give him a ride. So I did.
Oh, are we getting on it? Are we getting on it? Ah! Hold on, motherfucker! Oh shit! Slow down! Up, down, up, down, up, down. We're just holding it down. Oh my God! Corvette! We're in the first CD freeway, and the lightning strike.
And now for our 0 to 60 results. The first run we did sports mode, which should have been faster on paper, but it switched gears too early and it got 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, which is 1/10 of a second faster than a C6 ZR1. Now the second run ran the gear out a little bit longer, and we managed to get 0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat, which is 4/10 of a second faster than the C6 ZR1 and only 2/10 slower than the C8 base model Corvette. We also matched the Corvette ZR1 in 0 to 70 miles per hour, but after 70 miles per hour, the extra 100 horsepower to the motor of the ZR1 definitely pulled it away from us. Thanks for watching. If you like our content, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And watch more videos. We have plenty of them, and we're going to keep on making more. See you next time on RedBeard Rides.